Hey there and welcome to a new episode of Behind the Lens with me, Paul. Today I am not going to talk about how great Lumix is or whatever systems. No, today is all going to be about a bit of a different thing. As I've just recently purchased the Sony a6400, I came to a few conclusions of things that you really need with your camera. So it's more about camera maintenance and ergonomics. Yeah. So I have four kind of accessories you really need. Besides, I also see that the post I did previously about the Lumix GX880 is getting some traction. If any questions about it, let me just answer them. I've got quite a few comments, but no real questions. So with that, let's see what the four accessories that I have, what they really are and how expensive they are and why they are so important. We have the lens cloth. You'd be thinking like, okay, Paul, why is that so important? Well, if you have smudges on your lens and you're doing street photography, you might not notice it. If you're working with macro or a telelens, wildlife shooting, you'll definitely see it once you go into post edit, which is really a waste. So one of these things is always, or preferably two in your bag, is always something you need to bring. I used to be quite skeptical about it as well, but I've learned over the last couple of weeks that this can really be a lifesaver. Now you can buy these quite inexpensive, just make sure you keep them in the actual Foley and they'll work magic for you. So what is key to have is an additional battery. Now specifically for Sony, this is quite interesting, I would say. Specifically for Sony, it's not only the battery but also the additional charger you need to buy. And Sony batteries are quite expensive compared to, let's say, some of the other brands' native batteries. So it's something you should really have, is a second battery, because nothing is more annoying than all of a sudden your battery giving up and not having one. Very obvious tip, but often people seem to forget it. Sooner or later you will need these. And these are, where are they? Yes, it's sensor cleaning kit, which consists of a little sensor cleaning liquid and a swab. Whatever you do, do not use alcohol or water. Sensors are quite delicate and it's a waste if you ruin your sensor. If you ruin a lens, that's one thing, but your sensor ruin, that ain't a good thing. Your camera is worthless. So always have one of these, I wouldn't say with you, but at least quite close to you once you're shooting. Really, I mean, I had a few smudges here on the a6400. I've taken some brilliant pictures and there's all kind of spots in them. So even with editing, I couldn't remove them. So really spend that 24 to 25 euros or dollars to buy this and you get a little kit. Most overlooked item, which you should have, or at least should upgrade into, it is the famous camera strap. These things make me furious if I have connected them and then I have to disconnect them. And there's an easy way of doing it, guys. Really invest, not in this camera, not in this camera obviously, but in this here. These little connectors. What it does is, it's from a firm called Peak Design. I'm not sponsored. I've saw this a few times. You have a strap here and you have two connectors here which slide easily in, you see, easily out. And of course that doesn't go so easy. But this, guys, since I've had it, I'm regretting that I didn't buy them earlier, because straps can actually, in times specifically when you're shooting film, the strap is a great stabilizer. So a good strap, a good strap, where you might have to invest a bit of money and really can save the day, because it saves you so much time and annoyance over these things which interlock and you have to kind of do some whatever it is. So really, guys, invest in it for this week. If you actually like this, you do this. If you think it's crap, you do that. And if you really like it, You can obviously subscribe, but I like it more if you ask questions. Invest into it. Some other parts which are highly recommendable is a sensor cap. Yes, Sony doesn't give those, Lumix and then the others do, so that's good. So a sensor cap is one of these things as well. Little tripod, yeah, an easy carry-on tripod can also be important, but it's not the most important thing, you know. A grip or a camera or a cage, you know, it can really also really prove its worth, but it's not that important. But if your lens is dirty, you can have the best camera, the best lens in the world, your picture ain't gonna be good. If you're struggling with your straps to get them off and on, it's horrible. You might miss a few shots, or you can't get things in time. Lens cloth itself, really a lifesaver just to clean your lenses. So this is really more about camera sanity accessories that I think are critical. Anyways, guys, that's it for this week.